Hello captains, this is Kent again and welcome to the flight show. So today we're just going to do a flight from KDEN or Denver International down to Seattle International. Now these are going to be like two really nicely rendered airports. KDEN, which is done by the moment I want to tell you the name of it there, the name is escaping me. Flightbeam, which really just bar none makes excellent airports. They don't have a lot of them, but the ones that they have are just excellent. And then we're also going to be looking at Orbx San Diego version 2. They've re-released a version that's like looks completely new. Looking forward to landing there and checking out the scenery. So why don't we just get started? We got a lot to do in this flight. Okay, so we're ready to rock. Things have already started. And let's get going. Just want to make sure we have our people getting ready to do what they need to do. I always forget how to start this event.
Hi, Captain. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks. I appreciate it. So let's just get started. While she is on her way to do her things, she's going to start the APU. And in the meantime, I
have control.
I have control.
Check.
Let's just put this on hard mute so she doesn't accidentally listen to me. And what I'm going to show you real fast is our route here that I'm doing in Electronic Flight Bag 2. I've done a video on this, so if you want to check it out, feel free. Let's see here. Zoom in. Here is our airport, and here is where we are in the airport. And when I look at our flight, we're going to be leaving off of runway 7. So let's see, which one is 7? Okay, so we're going to be taxiing, not too bad. We're going to taxi and come over here. And what I will show you is that you can go up to taxi, and then a window is going to come open, and you can tell it we're going to taxi out, and we're taxiing out to runway 7. And it also plots our route out for us. Now, if you had air traffic control, of course, it would give you that, but I thought I would show you this nice little feature because, yes, this is one of the top 10 things you need to have if you're running Flight Simulator, Steam Edition, or any of the prepareds. But okay, so now that's taken care of. I think the APU should be up and running by now, so let's take a look. Not yet. Okay, we got a couple of seconds. Oh, she didn't even... Okay, so I guess I gotta do that. That's fine. And we'll turn on the beacon to let everyone know that we are in the cockpit. Alright, we're good to go there. And I'm just gonna advance this forward a little bit because we're gonna get our stuff done pretty quick. I want her to like go out and do her walk. Anything yet?
I'm out for the walk around.
Alright, you do that. Thank you. Alright, so while she's doing the walk around, I think our APU should be starting up pretty soon. And as soon as it does, we will get started. So let's take a look outside actually and see. So there is the APU right there. The vent opened up so we can do what it needs to do. So we at least know we got that going. And it should be starting up pretty soon. Alright. Ah, there we go. You heard that ding? We are live. Alright. So should be starting up any second now. There we go. Lighting up. Excellent. So let's go ahead as it starts to light up. Our fuel for our flight is, let's see, got it right here. I'll put this over on this other screen so I can see it. Alright, sorry. So our fuel for our flight is 60,545 pounds released. So 60,554 pounds. Got that in there, and we need to get to our payload. And basically, I always fly with a full load because they love flying on my airplane. So, hey, why wouldn't I have a full load? Okay, so that's taken care of. Now, I noticed that the display is a little dim. I might have to address that. That's the heater, so don't mind that. I forget where that knob is, but don't mind me. We're going to brighten it up in here. There we go. Get all of that going. Okay. There we go. That's nice and bright. So we are taking up. Come back here. Thank you very much. K Denver. Putting that in. Great. And then our route. So we're going to load. Should that be happening if she's out running around the airplane? I don't know. Alright, so then we're going to load our company route. So we are doing to KDEN to K San Diego. One company route. Boom! There it is. And I just don't have, we're on United Airlines, and I always like the number 368. Have no idea where it came from, but that's okay. So then we will go to our departure. We will be departing from runway 7. So, no surprise, already told you that. There it is, runway 7. And we will have these, we will be departing on the SID Rocky 3. There it goes. And our transition will be Bravo Victor Charlie. Excellent. Now, we could handle this later depending on the airline or the policies, but we'll just go ahead and put it in since we've got a couple of minutes. So we will be arriving in San Diego on Lucky 1. The transition will be what is this? Papa Kilo Echo. There we go. And we will be coming in for, we're coming in on, where our landing is runway 27, so I want to have an RNAV 27. Okay. So, looks like everything is around there. We're not going to use this Lindy transition. And what we will do is touch that up and close our discontinuity. There's Lindy anyway. Sweet. Activate. Alright, so now zero fuel weight is in. I want a 5% reserve. Our cost index I calculated to be 40. And our cruising altitude will be 34,000 feet. Got that in. Excellent. And we will have a D-rated takeoff. So there we go. Our center of gravity is there. We'll be using flaps 5. Should have plenty of takeoff space. But you know what? You notice that we did not have a change in our V-speeds. So something is up. Let's go back to preference. Was there something that I didn't do there? Because if it's not, then we're heavier than that, and we need to maybe make this our flaps 10. Let's see. No, we don't do 10, we do 15. And we still got, oh, I know exactly what's wrong. Let's go back to flaps 5. If I'm correct, Yeah, it is our navs. So we have this GPS. Clear. That's taken care of. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Okay, so I think we've got all of our navs and stuff taken care of, so we just got to get our co-pilot in.
I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Excellent. So I'm going to just reduce this until the flight attendant asks if we can board.
Hi guys, can we start boarding now?
Ah, there you are. Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Thanks.
I always forget what to tell her. Alright, so now if we're going to start boarding, we can go ahead and say board. And we are, it's American Delta, well, we're United, but we'll use American. I'm kind of cool with them. Alright, so if we look outside, our doors are starting to open. And if we use our, not our GSX, but rather, now see, normally that should trigger the gate, and I never know when it's going to do that or not. No triggerable gates. So let's see if we could just do Control J. Okay, so Control J does it. We don't have to use SOD. Alright, we're good to go there. I know that other door being open is a safety hazard, but I didn't tell it to open in the first place. But alright, so now we will start our boarding process. As you can tell, I'm not exactly doing all the checks. Maybe I need to, because, you know, we haven't gotten our V-speeds yet. But I'm going to get that figured out in just a second. Alright, take off. Flaps 5. Okay, well, I am going to look and see what this is, and I will be back. Okay, so we're back, and I realized that I had to do the alignment with the Irs Alignment, which is a lot different for the 777 than it is other Boeing aircraft. But now we got that, so let's just go ahead and put in our inertial position, and boom. And we should now have our V-speeds. And there they are. Exactly. It's been a while since I've flown this plane, like, really flown it. So, hey, knocking the bugs out, but totally cool. Alright, so passengers actually have been loaded for the most part. I think we had to finish with the baggage outside. And the forward baggage is the last thing that we have to get. And they're finishing up, so that's ready to close in a moment. You know, just sitting here, you can actually appreciate the size of the 777 when you see it compared to a 737 and the MD-80 over there, and also an Airbus. This is a massive airplane. In fact, we have 705 passengers on board. Yeah, so it's within the United States, but a lot of people wanted to get down to San Diego. I think there's an air show going on. Alright, so now the doors are closing.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you. Have a safe flight.
Thanks so much. But we still have to do announce our briefs, as it were. So let's just go ahead and knock that out.
Ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Alright, we're at a remote stand. The taxi route out to the departure runway will be as assigned by ATC. This airport does not use ground radar. We will use full thrust for takeoff. For the takeoff config, we will use flaps 5. Packs will be on. Anti-ice is not required. No noise abatement departure procedure is required. Thrust reduction altitude is 1,000 feet. Acceleration altitude is 1,000 feet. Departure routing will be by the ATC assigned SID. As for concerns, there are no special factors for this departure. I'll be the pilot flying today. During the takeoff roll, you call it any malfunction or warning. Silence the oral warning. I'll call stop or go. I'll reject the takeoff or any warning condition that significantly affects the safety of the flight. before 80 knots. I'll check the takeoff for any of the following. Takeoff config warning, system failures, activation of master caution system, tire failure, unusual noise or vibration, abnormally slow acceleration if the side window opens, fire or fire warning, engine failure, predictive wind shear warning if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. Between 80 knots and V1, I'll reject for a fire or fire warning, an engine failure, or if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. After V1, takeoff will be continued and no action will be taken before 400 feet other than to apply toga and to silence the oral warnings. Any questions?
No questions.
Departure briefing complete.
Okay, he so does not sound like me. Plus, he sounds like he's half asleep. But you know what? There was a wild party last night. As long as he showed up sober, I don't have any complaints. All right. So I think, let's see. Pre-flight checklists. So let's do that. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instrument.
Heading 178. Altimeters 3023.
Heading 178. Altimeter 3023. Pre-flight checklist complete.
All right. Before start procedure.
Captain, we got a door light here.
Whereabouts? Let's get down here and check that out. Oh yeah. Okay. I thought
Cold.
alright, we'll handle that. You know, so certain planes, GSX handles that, and so I get a little confused, but, you know, no big deal. We'll close the doors. Get on that. Close, and close. Arm doors. Alright. Looking good. Before start procedures.
Are we cleared to pressurize?
Are we clear to pressurize the hydraulics? Let's find out. Go down to radio. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Are we clear to pressurize the hydraulics? Can we pressurize the hydraulics?
Roger. You're clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Yes. I think she already heard me. That's fine. She's good. Flown with her before. No complaints.
Stand by.
Okay, so
And ready for the checklist.
before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. MCP.
V2 170. Heading. What was my heading? Okay. Let's start again.
Okay.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. MCP.
V2 170. Heading 178. Altitude 10,000 feet.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 161. VR 165. V2 170. Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
5.5 units, 0 and 0.
All right, guys. Everyone seated. We're all buttoned up and ready to go in the back.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Thank you.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Completed.
Before start checklist complete.
Alright, so it is time to ask for us to go to pushback. And they're going to ask us, are we going to back out, and we want to go right. So, nose right, tail left. Alright, jetway is ready to disembark.
Hello, Captain. We are waiting for pushback. Locking here. Departure check completed. Flight estimate insert.
Cabin crew, arm slides.
Release parking brake.
I don't think I have to say that. Release parking brake indeed.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Start engine 2.
Starting 2. Oil pressure.
Where's my guy? There he is.
Check.
Start engine 1.
Starting 1.
I don't know about anybody else, but that is like the part that I live for the most.
Oil pressure.
Direct your attention to the cabin console for safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require flight rules information as well as also instructions, flighted information signs, and placards. Fasten the seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, slip the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Locate the exit at your view and your exit ADD right view. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen mask will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until mask warning starts to oxygen. Oxygen will flow into the mask.
I don't know about you, but these frame rates,
Cover your nose.
love it.
Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the mask. Secure your own mask before assisting others. The escape bottom for the CAD is the location device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft,
Set parking brake.
located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight.
Parking brake is set.
In the cabin door lavatory. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, we're about to go into the before taxi checklist, but and that started. But why? Because we have to make sure the ground equipment's clear, and I'm not going to be able to say that until we get started. So we'll just wait till he says all everything is clear. Now I can't see him because right now he's down there getting it done.
Unlocking here.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice. Auto. Recall. Checked. Flight controls.
Check.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Alright, he gets out of the way. We are out of here. You know, I didn't really do my announcements earlier. It's a little late, but let's just go ahead and say welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of myself, my first officer, and the entire flight service team, I would like to welcome you aboard our scheduled flight today. As for what we can expect, we can expect an on-time departure, and we're also expecting an on-time arrival. Conditions en route should be pretty good. However, should the situation change, we will keep you up to date. Once again, thank you very much for flying with us today. If there's anything we can do for you, just let us know. We're here to help you. Thank you.
Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Just not in front of us. You know, it'd really be hot if they had a flight, you know, the first officer that sat there. I mean, we're at the point that you could do that from a technology standpoint, but hey, what are you going to do? Maybe GSX will do it. Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Okay. We are good. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with this long taxi, so we will get back to you when we are at the
Cab is
runway.
ready.
Thank you. You know, I have to say that Denver is a beautifully rendered airport. From the ground marks to the buildings, the animation and ground vehicles, it's just a really good airport. If you're thinking of adding anything to your repertoire and you like flying in the U.S., this is definitely an airport you want to have. So, this is actually the first video that I have made using global traffic. I usually use Ultimate Traffic Live, but I have decided to give global traffic a go and just see how it turns out. So far, I'm liking it now that it's had the proper updates. It was actually a headache when they first had it out because it caused my Prepar3D to crash. But they've gone through 2 updates since then, so I decided to put it back on the computer and see what happens. And so far, it's actually been pretty good. A couple of glitches here and there. I'd have to remember exactly what they were, but they weren't huge things. But what I do have to say is that the models for the aircraft are a little bit better than the ones in Ultimate Traffic Live. So we'll still see the verdict still out. Ultimate Traffic Live, once I got it working, was actually wonderful. I was very reluctant to switch to global, but when I saw the models, you know, the more realistic the models, that's really what's going to sell me personally. And those models really did look good. And the other thing is that you can actually, the sound of the aircrafts with their engines spooling, you hearing them taking off, those sounds were actually on point. So I don't regret it. I am not necessarily going to say that you should get global over Ultimate Traffic Live. I'm not there yet, but I definitely would say that you shouldn't at this point be disappointed with Ultimate Traffic, nor Ultimate Traffic Live, if you want my honest opinion. But you know, as I said, I'm still evaluating it. This is my first video with Ultimate Traffic, so just leave a comment if you notice anything. But okay, we'll get back to you as soon as we get to the runway. Okay, we're almost at the runway. So, before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry procedures.
Check.
We're going to assume that we're clear for takeoff. Clear on the left.
Clear right.
Approaching 07.
Never mind those two, they're going around anyway.
On runway 07.
Takeoff.
Check.
Set takeoff speeds.
Thrust set. knots. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Too low, right. Too low, right. Too low, right. Traffic.
Climb.
So I'm using Sky, Active Sky for my weather generation and REX for my renderings, and this cockpit looks beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Set altitude 2,000.
Altitude 2,000. Set.
Flaps up.
Speed check. Flaps up.
Alright, we now have put up our flaps, and we are going to, we're actually 2,000 off. Set altitude 4,000.
Altitude 4,000. Set. 10,000 feet.
Alright. Now that we're at 10,000 feet, I have armed the autopilot, and we will let it handle those responsibilities. After takeoff checklist. after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
Okay, so you have now witnessed everything that we needed to do for departure. We're right now heading up to cruising altitude, and we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, we're about to hit top of descent, so we're just going to get things. I've already set the altitude for 8,000 feet, and we just need to go here quickly and set our VREF. We've got that taken care of, so we're ready. Descent checklist.
Stand by. Descent checklist. Recall. Check. Notes.
Checked.
Auto brake off. Landing data.
VREF 150. Minimums 200 feet.
VREF 150. Minimum 200 feet. Approach briefing.
Any questions?
No questions.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Okay, so that's good going on there. Let's see. We've now started our descent, and that's looking good. Next thing I want to do is the passengers. Go ahead and let them know.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight team, this is your captain speaking. We're approaching our destination. We should be starting our descent momentarily now. At this time, the flight attendants are going to be coming around the cabin to start preparing for arrival. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know.
Now, while that's going on, I thought I would share with you how this approach is going to go. So let's quickly bring up our electronic flight bag, and let's see here. We're going to go here to arrival, and as we've already stated, we will be coming in at Lucky. So everything is pretty much taken care of. I can show you everything here. So we'll be landing on runway 27, approach Y, Lindy via Lindy, which is right back there. That's Lucky. Lindy, yeah, so we'll go from Lucky to Lindy, so that's fine. Our star is Lucky 1, and we will not use the transitions. So everything seems to be good. Yes. So as you can see, once I hit yes, we now will go right to this waypoint, and then we will be in line for our final. That we should be at Lucky at 6,000 feet. So actually that's what I'm going to dial in. Okay, so you see the approach, everything, nothing too crazy. We'll go from 6,000 to restrictions right at 6,000. Then we'll have a minimum of 5,000, minimum of 4,000, minimum of 3,000, minimum of 2,700, minimum of 2,000, and then we bring that bad boy in. So looking forward to this. Okay, let's see here. Get that out of the way. Alright, so I don't think there's really a ton to see here, so we'll bring you back when we're on approach.
Continued safety, flight attendants will now walk to the cabin.
Okay, you're back just in time for us to do our approach checklist. Approach checklist. Oh yeah, I forgot I had on hard mute. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
Altimeters 2984 set. Altimeters 2984 set. Set and check.
Set. Approach checklist complete.
She don't ever want to listen to me. And I don't know why. I just don't know why.
Check.
Alright, we're going to be turning on to final. So we want to set altitude to 2,000 feet. Set altitude 2,000 feet. She is not trying to cooperate. So we'll just do it. We seem to be good now. Gear down. Landing checklist.
The gear is still up.
That's what I thought.
Check the landing flaps.
I agree.
Speed brake is not armed.
It's all a mess. I agree. Alright, let's get all this down. Bring this down to 180. Flaps 5.
Speed check flaps 5.
Arm localizer.
Localizer armed.
So far, so good.
Checked.
Flaps 10.
Speed check flaps 20.
I didn't really say that, but flaps 15.
1,000 feet to level off.
Flaps 15.
Speed check flaps 15.
2,500.
Okay. It's actually looking pretty good. Let's not mess this up. I'll take control at 2,000 feet.
Checked.
Flat set speed 170.
Speed check flaps 15.
Set speed 170.
Speed 170. Set.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Landing checklist.
Check the landing flaps. Speed brake is not armed.
Flaps 30.
Speed check flaps 30.
I'm all messed up. That's okay, we got it. Set off this morning. Set speed 150.
Speed 150. Set.
What the heck? We're a little too low on speed. So much for auto throttle. It's just all. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. This is ruining an otherwise beautiful approach. Why did it do that? Oh my gosh. It should not have dropped like that. But okay, we're recovering. We're recovering. We got our recover on. A little low, but that's alright. We got our recover going. Alright. That just makes me mad. But that's okay. We're okay. We are just... Don't get on the runway. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Landing checklist. A little late for that.
Landing checklist complete.
Oh, that's good, because I'm about to land. Auto throttle is off.
Auto throttle off. Speed brakes up. Reversers normal.
4,000 feet remaining. 3,000
60 knots.
remaining.
Manual braking.
Check.
Ooh, it's dark. Why aren't the runway lights on? Okay. Let's find out where we're supposed to go. Brake temperature, I bet. Okay, so we're gonna go to gate 20. But it looks like it can handle us. Zero suitable? None suitable? Well, I guess we're just going to go wherever we can go. I'm going to 20. Alright. So we're just going to follow this at our next turn in. Alright. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Alright. It's a little dark. We're gonna throw taxi lights on just to give us a little help. Sorry, should have turned that off because I'm looking over just to see where our... Yeah, here we go. Shit. Turned off here. And there is our gate. You know what? I may have messed this up and had brake temps and I can't bring it in. It's a little embarrassing, guys, but I think that ends up what happened. That ends up what had happened because I've got my gate things going and we're not moving, which means I overheated my brakes. So we might have to end this right here because she ain't moving. Now, I was almost there too. Let's see if I can just try to get her to the gate. We were almost there. I doubt it, but we're gonna try. Alright. Here we go. We might be able to make it. A little embarrassing, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Easy. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Check.
Almost.
Check.
Almost. Turn on the APU. Alright. I'll do it myself. Whew. Embarrassing. Sorry guys, but hey, we got here in one piece. I'll have to do another video and get it right. Alright, we're going to try to cut these engines as soon as the APU comes on. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. Clearly, that was not the smoothest, but hey, wait, why are you moving? You shouldn't be moving. Oh, that's the gate. Oh, I thought the plane was moving. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Alright, that'll give me some time to get my flaps up. And then we will disembark. Really appreciate it, guys. This is Kent, and remember, I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.